the first day of reimagination and restructuring of the Society of Jesus in South Asia, the actual process began with a prayer by Father Roshan Tirki. After the prayer, Father Provincial welcomed the Jesuit participants and presented the spirit behind the RR process.
In JCSA 2024, February 2024, said, I think the time has come for you to discern more seriously about restructuring in the sense of merging and redrawing the present boundaries. The purpose ultimately is how to better serve the mission of the Church in South Asia. Our earliest companions, even though they considered themselves weak and fragile, originating from many different places, found the will of God together amid great diversity of opinion. It is indeed a time of grace for us to create, consolidate, and commit ourselves to a culture of contemplation, competence, and creative commitment through collaborative skills in order to embrace and serve the Missio Dei locally. Let us read the signs of times and respond to them effectively to ensure greater apostolic effectiveness. I want to acknowledge and appreciate the preparatory work done by the Province Task Force for the RR. May God continue to bless us and achieve great things in and through us as we enter into this actual process. But dear brothers, I personally deem that the RRSJSA process is an inspiration and invitation from the Lord.
Father Johnson Pariyata presented the dynamics of RRSJSA.
Once to the chapel for a mass in the morning at 6:30.
One more thing I want to say, in this process we have completed the actual process for the scholastics during the last summer. Father Maria has done that. Now we are the only one left for this process, so that we will complete it on the 30th September.
Thereafter, Father Mahananda Singh led everyone to the cemetery to pray in gratitude for the lives and mission of the departed Calcutta Jesuits.
আমরা পাপী এক্ষণে ও আমাদের মৃত্যুকালে আমাদের মঙ্গল প্রার্থনা করো আমেন।
The Roman Pontiff through diverse ministries such as establishing missions for education, formation, pastoral.
The second day of RR program began with the Eucharistic celebration by Father Rakesh Mondal as he offered the Mass for the intention of the province. The sessions of the day began with the presentation of the report of the cluster recollections by the RR team.
Structures for effectiveness. Focus on apostolic priorities, adapting to signs of the times and local realities.
Are there any fears, obstacles, worries? Why? Main fears: loss of identity, fear that provincial legacy and unique
mission in service, finding God in all things, faithfulness to the Jesuit way of proceeding in restructuring the province and the society, need to go a long way in collaboration.
After reporting of the cluster recollections, Father Jairaj Veluswamy presented the historical milestones of the 190-old Bengal mission or Vicariate from 1834 to 2025.
We want to go back to the beginnings of our mission, Bengal mission. How our founders and pioneers came to this wonderful Shonar Bangla and began the evangelization ministry.
1850, Vicariate Apostolic of Bengal was divided. Apostolic, it is not Vicariate. Prefecture Apostolic created and given to the Pene Fathers. The Milan Fathers will come 1855. People want Jesuits. How nice. But Chotanapu people were own brethren. They said, not Lutheran. He comes back, reports to Bishop Walter Stein. Then after some retreat, Walter Stein said, Now you go. He orders him, you go start the mission Chai Bhasha. Father Stockman goes and starts the mission Chai Bhasha, 1869.
With a tea break, the superiors and the priest in charges presented the milestones of the missions where they are working.
CFA was appointed there and he was asked to close down the mission because of the fire. So he locates this land. So the 1972, the plan was sanctioned. So they are serving as residents for the fathers. Then later Chinmoy was a novitiate. Alpana Deepika remained for the retreat house.
And the family, Mr. and Mrs. Philip, they were the helping hands for this house to be built.
Catholic numbers grew from 1,300 to 1,880. And 1889, a new concrete brick church constructed under Father R.R.SJ, completed in 1891.
1947 it became East Pakistan. In 71 it became an independent nation with the help of India.
And his hip bone broke. And he was 4 days in the health center in Chattanooga.
After all the presentations, the participants watched the videos of the expectations of non-Jesuits and lay collaborators, including the Archbishop Emeritus Thomas de Souza.
Collaborators, I think it is at times very important that the higher authorities, the administrators, the fathers needs to monitor them whether these.
So I would request all the Jesuit fathers, if they can, promote LTS. So my second request to all the fathers, if they can, promote Chitravani as well, where media plays a very major role nowadays because technology.
So the spiritual exercises, again there's the prayer, deep men of prayer, and then reaching out to the poor, proclaim the gospel to the poor in different forms as you do, and walking with the youth, young people, give them new hope.
After a delicious lunch, in the afternoon session, Father Maria Joseph presented the status of the Calcutta Province.
Brothers, 130. 130, we are lesser than the 149 or so. Here, 21 of us. Of that, 7 are retired. NCOM, 6 Jesuits with NCOM degrees. MSc, only MSc then, without B.Ed, 21 of us.
And Father Paul Carlos presented the status of the province finance, land and buildings.
9 crore and foundation fund 44 lakhs. So the total 11 crore 97.
In the evening, the conversation in ministry-wise groups started and the members participated in active manner. On the third day, Father Provincial celebrated the Mass for the intentions of the province and its missions.
Others that some of our good works are really good, others are corrupt. And so what we are invited is to transform our being. Master Eckhart, German mystic, says, you should not be worried about what you want to do. All that you must be worried about is what you want to be.
The reporting sessions began at 8:30 in the morning and Father Shaju Scaria chaired the session.
Experience that the Spirit is directing each moment in our life. And also we realize trust in God.
Character-wise, we see, yes, they are qualified. Can we appoint them somewhere? We lack.
So, it's a milestone in our moment of grace in the field of higher education. The fact that we have a significant number of qualified Jesuits.
After the coffee break, the participants spent time in prayer before the Blessed Sacrament to become aware of where the Spirit is leading them. The plenary session on the Commission's proposal was chaired by Father Julian Sahayadas.
That is something we'll have to concretely mention.
In the afternoon, after spending some time in prayer, the participants began their gallery walk to place the smiles on the goals for years. At 6:20 p.m., plenary session began to identify 4 to 5 goals at province/zonal/conference level so that the province can focus on the key apostolates. The session was chaired by Father Peter Ayrock.
Helping these scholastics to understand what it is. Sometimes you have to help them with the interpretation, sometimes you have to help them with the meaning.
Now, whichever priority that is there, it is a mandate of all the commissions.
What is happening is, our ancestors had very little money and a lot of prayer. We have a lot of money and very little prayer.
We do what is required, then it becomes much easier. And for the people who handle it also in the Google form will get it.
Probably since we have worked for 3 days.
Our voting is here. What is here is our voting.
This is what they told, and now they are coming back to that.
No, this is what the
Priority number there in that mission, in that group, the commission.
That is there without sufficiently knowing about it.
The RR program came to an end with the address of Father Provincial.
President of the conference has already appointed a person for as a collaborator or a coordinator for the training of the mission partners. And so by and by hopefully we'll have at least the training of the traders so that we can take forward this training of the collaborators.
Father Sonny came forward to propose the vote of thanks and conclude the program with a prayer.
We already expressed the gratitude to the 3 main persons entrusted with the task of arranging this. Father Johnson, Father Maria, Father Roshan.
After the dinner, the participants left for their place of missions.